What's up, folks? V-Pedal Dude here. Gonna try to do something a little different. So I've seen videos where people do teardowns. Maybe I'll do some with pedals. So you guys can get, you don't need to know a whole lot about electronics, but it is neat to know what's in these things and what makes them tick. And so you can kind of think about it as far as tone and like what you want to put your money into, because while these things are only about $100, that's, you drop $100 every month to try to like get the sound you're looking for. That's a lot of money over a period of time. But this is a really cool one, the sb7 synthesizer, bass synthesizer from Ibanez. I believe they made these things in the 90s. These were really popular with bands like Korn and Orgy. All the new metal bands. You know what? Whatever your feelings about that are, these things sound good, in my opinion. IMO. Especially this one. I'm not sure what albums I've heard this on, if this has even been on it. This particular pedal has been on an album. But that doesn't matter. We're not professional musicians. We make music for the sake of art. And that's what this thing is for. It is for making art. And this thing will help you. So, let's kind of go through this thing, see what makes it tick. Battery compartment. I'm thinking that, because I want to kind of mod this thing a little bit, because it's got a lot of mod potential. But anyways, it's neat that once you get your tone locked in, you can, the tone lock, that's the stick of this pedal line. But anyways, yeah, I think, so let's go through it. It's neat because it's a multi-layered board, kind of like those modular fuzz or modular synthesizers. They put everything in, it all clips in. Sorry, I'm trying to do this on my phone. I won't. Oh, I need a screwdriver. Hold on, I'll come back. Here we go. You're trying to do this through my camera. Too dyslexic. And oh, why didn't I get a little thing to put screws in? I'm going to lose those, and those look like difficult ones to try to find. Yeah. You can tell that this is all hand engineered by someone. This wasn't made the way all the new pedals are. Look, you can see single-sided, no SMD parts on the back side. Just a thing you don't see anymore in pedals. Everyone's using SMD and cramming as many things in there. I really love this modularity of it. Just pop all these things off. Find out what they're doing. We'll talk about it, don't worry. So, let's see. There's the main board. Trying to see through. I got a weird little camera clip trying to hold this thing in place so I can use two hands. Now, you may be asking, why is this person wearing gloves? Well, I am kind of paranoid about these boards because you never know what they put in there, what kind of industrial, chemicals were used in the making of this. A lot of this solder, and for how well it flows, probably has lead in it, and lead collects in your brain, and then you go crazy and you won't have any friends, and you make videos on YouTube because you've been touching lead before you figured out how toxic it was. But anyways, here it is. You can tell it's single-sided because it has all these little jumpers to try to make up for it. Clearly wasn't computer aided in the drafting because of that. Like nowadays, like in things like Eagle and whatever, all these other CAD programs, they're able to use little scripts and stuff that will help them route, the most effective path. But they didn't have that back in the day, or they might have, who knows. But I'm guessing that's why there's all these little jumpers here and there. So let's go through it. Let's pull it in so you guys can see it. We have the famous JRC op amps. Not the best ones. You know, people are going to say those are coveted, but just, you know, we compare them to like a little bit higher end ones like the Burr Brown or even the TLs, the Texas Electronic ones sound better, in my opinion. God, you have to say that on every time you talk about these things. So what it looks like it's doing, it's got these little tiny clipping. It's got, so it looks like in this section, this is one amplifier section because, and it's doing a hell of a lot of clipping going on here because it's got those two, and I'm guessing, let's see if I can visualize what's going on there. Yeah, it's got symmetrical clipping and then an extra one in line with it. It's probably doing something. We got these two transistors here. There's, who knows what they're doing there. Oh, 3. So I'm guessing this whole little section right here is one distortion clipping area. This is really weird. There is a trim pot, and I'm guessing if we were to add some voltage to it and check it out, I'm guessing this is biasing this transistor, and that's what that means is basically the amount of voltage that's allowed to go to this transistor is trimmed up and it's locked in place. You won't be able to mess with it. But we might want to add a pot that goes off and really mess with the functionality, make it kind of glitchy. Has all these really cheapo electrolytics, nothing special about these. So these little can things, these are capacitors. They're typically used in filtering some way, or yeah, they just filter the signal. So they're going to filter off different types of electricity or frequency. These, you know, not the highest quality. You see these same kind in like light bulbs and clock radios of the 90s. Not same thing with this. All these, see these little guys, these are capacitors as well. These are ceramic. You know, now people are saying that these are not the best for audio, but at really low values. So the higher value ones, you have to use these electrolytics, but these low ones, they use ceramics, and there's just not a whole lot of options at the commercial level. And then even then, if you're getting quote unquote precision ones, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be, you know, suitable for audio. Let's see. Another JR. So all 3 of these bad boys are Japan Co. Radio Company, I think. You can't get them anymore. Don't bother. It's not worth it. Yeah. This is the neatest one. This is a array of MOSFETs. It's a type of transistor. And whatever this bad boy's doing, the combination of, let's see, 1, 2... Are these all dual op amps? Dual op amps. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 gain stages, and then, God, I think there's like 8 in this bad boy. So like 8 other gain stages. That's what's all able to make all these weird fuzz, octavy sounds, and God, it's just, there's a lot of engineering. This is a really overlooked pedal. Like there's some really sophisticated stuff as far as pedal building goes into this, especially for being single-sided, and there's no fancy chips. This is all analog. This is a analog synth pedal. Like that, isn't this what this is a coveted thing? Like this pedal should be coveted. For what people, all the tone nerds talk about, this thing in design has it. Let's see what else. Yeah, I can't quite tell. I'd have to get out. I'd have to do some more sophisticated sleuthing. But anyways, in my opinion, as a amateur pedal builder, this thing is just fascinating. There's just so much going on in it. And, you know, it looks like there's like all this little clipping section. That's just asking to be modded. That's, you know, like you see those clip switches mods that people add. You see them in the Keeley, I think. So the Keeley mods, well, you can do that mod on anything. You can change the input value on the caps. And, you know, like, just, I think it's cool. So let's see on the inside. Ah, just so cool. The engineering in this, like, look how clean everything is. Like, you don't even see this in modern pedals. Got that single-sided board, all analog, if it needs repeated again. Got this board here for all the tone pots. And look, plugs right in to this one, up here at these two little ports. All of the inputs have their own individual board. Whatever this, I'm thinking there's even some circuitry on these switches here, because it looks like there's some parts in there. I don't want to take apart the whole thing. What do you guys say? I don't know. Can we even get in there? Let's see. I need a bigger screwdriver. Hold on. I'll be back. All right, we're back. Let's get down in this bad boy. Oh, come on, screw. And of course, I lost the other one, and that screw is holding the board down to the ground. All right, now we'll keep going. Positive attitude. What is going on here? So look, just such tight tolerances. You can't even, it won't even come out when you take a screw out. Oh, how clever is that? There's a hole in the board to get a screw out. Oh, and that's what was holding it in place. Ah! Look at that. That's not cheap there. That is just a quality piece of equipment. See, what is that mysterious white material? That is just industrial nastiness. You don't even have any idea. We don't have any clue what that is. Is it cadmium? Like they used to use cadmium in these things. Like that stuff is so goddamn toxic. But anyways, oh look, how interesting. So the tie down resistor, this is, you know, I'm guessing that's probably 1 meg. What that does is it stops really strong pulses from your guitar from hitting this. So like when you strum, the voltage goes way up. And, you know, electronics don't like spikes of energy. So that's what this is. This is probably the DC filter, which is how many, what do we got there for all the nerds? It is a 1 farad, 1 UF microfarad. Oh, that's pretty big. That's so the higher value in this allows more low end from the signal to before it hits this. You see in like something like the for perspective, the Fuzz Factory has a 10 UF, and then the Boss pedals have something like a 0.47 usually. This is a neat mod, assuming that's what that's for. And then nice little cable run off. Very cool. Let's keep going. See, and I'm guessing, oh, that was the output, I think. Yeah, and this is the input. Very weird. Huh, that is not what I was talking about just a minute ago. That is to the output. So all of that, no, you can definitely put that kind of DC filtering and or AC filtering. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart at the moment. Yeah, that might not even be what I was talking about. I don't know. I'm an amateur. And look, more mystery white stuff. Wear gloves when working with old electronics, even as late as the 90s, because they put cadmium and God knows what else. Let's see, let's keep going at this. Do I need a bigger screwdriver again? Alright, I'll come back. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. And I should have grabbed a magnetized screwdriver the first time. Let's keep going here. Let's get all ASMR on this. Yeah, I take out all these little screws. Did they use the same kind of screw? Yeah, look. Just the nicest engineering. All the different parts, same screw. Aside from the one that they were using to hold the board down. And they were using this to ground the case to the board. You can see it right here. Right there. Very weird. Neat. Cool idea. I like it. Let's keep going. We're gonna lower the energy a little bit. We're going deeper into this thing. Let's just be a little more calm about our perspective. Let's see, because I want to get down to that board. I want to see what that does. I want to see what kind of circuitry they got down in there. Oh, and that won't fit. Why do I need a bigger screw? Ah, yes. Yes. There we go. Same size? Same size? Yes. Good. And so we don't have to try to find out, because I didn't grab something to hold all these screws, so God knows where each one of them goes. Nice. Ah. Oh, did they know that one? Let's get back in there. Be calm. Yes. Look, what great engineering. The one that required a little more torque, right where the power supply is. Enough room for a bigger screwdriver, I'm guessing. Oh, look at that. Nothing special. Oh, look, crusties. Who knows what that is? Is that finger stuff or is that toxic chemicals? Let's see. Is that the last one? Why isn't that board coming out? Oh, look at that. Wow, neat. Just look at how tight all the tolerances on this thing. Like, this ain't coming off. There's not even a screw. And just so, like, how much cleaner is that than a Boss pedal? This was made in the 90s. Wonder why Ibanez didn't keep making, they tried to jump on the boutique train, and they're just doing the same thing that everyone, look, this is when pedal companies were really innovating. Like, no other company had heavy metal case, cool design, really tight tolerance, all these modular boards in here, fancy ideas for, this is a unique design. No other company has this. That's their own. This isn't, like, most pedals are the schematic and design is copies of another thing. It's mostly just this little section right here that's in every overdrive pedal. It's nothing special. Everyone's just copying the same thing. They just put it in a fancy looking case. But this, it's unique design. And this, another unique design. Can I even get that screw out? How am I going to put this bad boy? Oh, look, it's just enough tolerance for me to get in there. Perfect. Oh, and that's that one black screw. That's going to be a headache. Then what do we got going on here? Huh. Who knows what's going on with this circuitry? Why do we need these transistors here? What are they? Let's see. C1815? I'm going to have to look that up. I have no idea what that is. They're big boys, though. Moving a lot of them electrons. But anyways, look at that. The only thing that's really weak about this pedal as far as being chintzy is it has a soft touch latch for the on-off. Not true bypass, but you know, what people don't know, and they're always, oh, is the pedal true bypass? Well, one of the things that sucks about true bypasses is to completely cut the signal out like that. It's a little switch, and there's a whole bunch of energy going through it. And you know what? When you open and close a switch, all that energy, that kinetic energy, turns into electrical energy. And it has to go somewhere. And you know where it goes? It goes as a loud pop. If you have a fancy boutique pedal someone built you, and it goes, when you hit the switch and it pops, that's what's going on there. But these, they're silent. They don't even color the sound that much. You need to quit being picky. I think this is a really fancy pedal. I'm really impressed with the design. And it's just, you know, everyone's trying to make it look, all the pedal makers are trying to make their pedals look like something someone made in their garage. Stupid, that's not the point. You need these heavy metal cases that are unique to the company. Like, I can't mold and build something like this. This is only a major company can do. Look, just perfect. One more look at the board, the main board. Do it slow. Look at it, just that's the most fascinating section right there. Like, why are there so many diodes? What is going on? Is that where they're making oscillation? That's probably, this chip is probably doing some kind of oscillation. I'm gonna hit it with the multimeter and see what's going on. And the other one, the little daughter board that controls all the switching. Perfect. Like, look at that. No excessive wires. Everything just plugs in. It's nice. See, the problem with using a bunch of wires to connect from this to the knobs is wires work as little antennas. And they pick up radio frequency noise that's all in the environment. And amplifying that's not where the music's coming from. Very nice. Is that, oh, look at how cool those are. Just perfect. Let's look at the controls real quick. I got sensitivity, which what are they? How are they even going about doing sensitivity control? Yeah, like that Arcadinator I built. If it had like a really good sensitivity control, I tried to build one, but it didn't work. It's probably some kind of like compressor circuit. Frequency and resonance. As far as the filter goes, I'd like to build something that just has that. Very synthesizer-y, even though I don't think that's what's going on inside the pedal. It's definitely not changing any kind of frequency or resonance. Maybe, who knows? I'm pretty sure it's not, though. And what are our options? Auto wah? Do we got enough stuff to do auto wah there? What's doing the filtering? I am just fascinated by this thing. Synth 1 and Synth 2. Then the decay. The decay is how the note rolls off. So we have slow. The waveform will go really long. Or fast, the decay from the waveform. So it's going, and it'll go very low, quickly. Anyways, guys, this is V Pedal Dude ASMR. Maybe I'll do some more of these. Who knows? Send me a pedal. Send me a neat one. I'll pop it open. We'll talk about all the components. Maybe I'll get better at doing this. If I had a camera, we can hit it with the multimeter and really know what's going on there. Alright guys, hit the like and subscribe button.